Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. MC-Mura here, and in today's video I wanted to give you 5 more attacks that you can punish. I'm gonna start this video with Blanka because he's a character who people have issues fighting against. He's a little bit of a tricky character. The strategy I'm gonna talk about today have something to do with his standing heavy punch. Blanka's standing heavy punch is a really good move. It's actually a move that Blanka players will use a lot. They will use it because they can cancel it into their V skill, as you can see. So he can cancel this into V skill. On hit he actually gets some really cool resets here. Lot of options, lot of potential. And one thing that many Blanka players like to do is using it and then cancelling into hop. They want to hit confirm into the launcher, and if an unblock they will try to cancel it into the back hop, right? But what I wanted to talk to you today about is that the back hop is minus 10 on block, as you can see. So if your character have a way to punish minus 10 from a distance like that, you can actually almost always punish Blanka for trying that hop backwards, right? And this is like his best case scenario. If he tried to do this from a, say, a crouching medium kick, it's gonna be like minus 13 or something, as you can see. So if you can react to this, you can absolutely punish it. It is something that you will have to practice for a little bit, but I think it's really worth it. And now for our second attack, I wanted to talk about Zangief standing heavy punch. Zangief standing heavy punch is an interesting attack because he can charge it, and when he does so, he have one hit of upper body armor. And if it's fully charged, it is plus on block, so it's a pretty decent attack, I will say, all around. It's also one of the most used attack, but it has have a couple of weaknesses and a couple of glaring weaknesses. First of all, this attack only have upper body armor, so if you hit him low, you will always be able to hit him out of it, and it's gonna be a counter hit. So if you are like even somewhere near here, just sweep him. As soon as you see him charging, try to go for the sweep, and you should be able to get a crush counter every single time. This attack is pretty easy to hit him out of it, maybe even crouching medium kick if you are pretty sharp, right? So that is pretty nice. If you're far away, the attack also has insane extended hurt box, as you can see. Like even from downtown here, I can hit him out of this. I can whiff punish him. The hurt box extends like crazy. It is actually crazy how easy this is to whiff punish. So if you're a little bit further away, and one thing about this also is that it doesn't trigger proximity block. So if you are from maybe here, you can just walk back and be able to punish this easy. And if you're closer, just try to sweep him out of it. It is a pretty easy move to deal with, but it is important when you're fighting against Zangief. One other thing, and this is not really a punish, but it's a piece of information that I wanted to let you know. It is regarding his jumping medium kick. His jumping medium kick is one of the most used move by Zangief players because it is pretty good versus some anti-airs, as you can see. Pretty decent move all around. The thing about this is that it is negative on block. Something that not many people know, I feel. So for example, if Zangief is jumping into a crouching jab like that, as you can see, my normal with Karen is gonna beat him out of it. So Zangief is negative on block. If you ever block a jumping medium kick from Zangief, make sure that you are challenging because you should be plus in this instance. And for our third move today, I wanted to talk about Chun-Li and her V-trigger to Kikosho. It is a V-trigger that gives Chun-Li special move, the Kikosho. She can cancel into this from any of her normals or specials, and I wanted to talk about two very specific cancels today. The first one is the crouching medium punch. This you will see sometimes, especially from mid-level Chun-Li players, because they use the crouching medium punch typically out of desperation. But if this happens to hit from max range like you see, it will actually fully combo. The crouching medium punch by itself, of course, is an unsafe attack, so they will try to make it safe by cancelling into the Kikosho, and if it gets blocked, it is safe. Yeah, the Kikosho is -2, so they are making a move that is typically unsafe into something safe. However, there is a gap here between the actual crouching medium and the Kikosho, and this gap you can interrupt with many things. Simply, you can check it with lights, you can check it with mediums. It's gonna depend on your character. If you're too late, you can trade like that. So I would recommend actually checking with lights. Someone like Ken have a really fast back target combo, his back medium punch, heavy punch. This is really fast. So in general, if you happen to block the crouching medium punch, I would actually recommend trying to punish it with lights. Something like a light kick into DB, for example, from someone like Ken. This is gonna be really reliable at punishing this. Now, for the second part, I wanted to talk about the standing heavy punch to Kikosho. This you will see a lot more often, because the reward on hit on this for Chun-Li is really big. Standing heavy punch is a fantastic move, obviously. So they will wanna take as much damage as possible out of this, and if it gets blocked, hey, still -2, there's still a decent pushback, Chun-Li can poke again. You know how it goes if you ever played against a Chun-Li. Now, again, just like the crouching medium punch, there is a gap here, and it's a 4 frames gap. So, if your character have something meterless, like maybe you can do an EX reversal here, a heavy punch DB, if your character have an option like Ken who have a DB on the 3rd active frame, this, you know, his heavy DB have invincibility on the 3rd active frame, so it will actually beat this string. You can try to 3 frame. If you have a 4 frame, you will trade, which is not bad. So, and of course, if you have a move that goes straight through fireballs, you can use it as well. This one is a little bit of a read, but it is likely to happen, you know, because Chun-Li players, many of the Chun-Li players don't hit confirm their Kikoshos, and they might just do it on block regardless. So it is important to know how your character can deal with this. And now for our 4th move today, I wanted to talk about Fang and his up ball. It is his arcing fireball, and I wanted to talk about its pressure or its use in pressure. One thing you will see a lot is Fang players doing something like this. It's kinda annoying because here if you try to hit Fang, for example, the fireball doesn't dissipate, so it might fall on you and then he will be able to hit you again. So something like this might happen. The fireball will fall on you, Fang will recover first and then get a combo on you. So how should we deal with this? The best answer in my opinion is to stand block the fireballs. If you stand block the fireballs, especially if you use a tall character, someone like Gil, you will block them early on their way up, and Fang is gonna be -11 in your face. As you can see, now he's -11 in my face. This means that I can get punishes like that on Fang and really punish him for trying to do that. So, and in general, Fang doesn't have a cancelable low. Fang, his crouching medium, it doesn't hit even low. His crouching light kick has very little range, and his sweep is really punishable. So not blocking low or just holding back when you see that the fireball is coming is a really good strategy in the Fang matchup. And now for our final move of the day, I wanted to talk about Abigail and his V-Trigger 2, his Nitro Charge. And this attack is pretty problematic and many players fall under pressure because of this attack. Of course, it is one of Abigail's best comeback factors. And the issue with this attack is that it kinda have hyper armor. So if no matter how many hits you will hit him, he will actually armor through, because on charge up he actually have infinite armor, as you can see. So while he is charging, he have infinite armor. Once he lets go, it is 3 hits, I believe. So many people will try to do a back jump. They will try to do a neutral jump. You know, if you panic and try to back jump or neutral jump, you're gonna get hit for a ton of damage. So I wouldn't recommend doing that at all. If you're scared and you just want to jump, make sure that you are jumping forward. If this scares you so much, jump forward. Jumping forward is a way to evade this. If you jump backwards, you're gonna get hit. If you neutral jump, it's a 50-50 depending on the spacing. But if you jump forward, you should be able to avoid it. From the most ranges, a jump forward and you will be able to avoid his charge. This is the best way to jump. And this applies to many of his other block strings as well. A lot of times they will do some things like that. For example, standing heavy punch into the charge, into the Abigail run into the charge. And so what you want to do here is either jump, as we just said, and jump forward, or you might actually try to throw him. You can actually throw Abigail out of this. So if he is charging in front of you, let's check another version. If Abigail is charging in front of you like that, you can, if you're close enough, I will say actually just take a step forward and throw him out of the charge. So if you're close enough to throw him out of the charge, that's great. If not, and you have to jump forward. Otherwise, try to block honestly and take the unblockable, because jumping back or neutral jumping can lead to catastrophic results. And that's pretty much how you should deal with this special attack. It is pretty annoying, it is pretty hard, it's really obnoxious, but it is what it is. And that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like or a comment, it helps the channel a ton. Thank you very much for watching, subscribe if you haven't. Again, thanks for watching and stay safe.